Antiques Avenue in Hamilton, Ontario, because I love to travel, and I'm kind of an antique in the programming business. So let's check this place out. Oh my god, okay, my mom used to have one of these back in like the 1970s and 80s or something. I think my grandmother loved to turn her wheel. And if you had one in red, it was so awesome and amazing and expensive. Now it's like $67 on the rack. Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, so if we come back here with me, okay. See, this is awesome. I want one of these. If you're an artist, these are actually so, if you can find one of these in the antique store, they're so amazing because you can take your art, turn it into a film, and then you project it on the wall to make it bigger. But anyway, what I really wanted to show you is this. So this is a crash-proof word processor. And this is what we used to use to write our school assignments up until probably, oh god, 1990, 1992. So the development of computers is actually really So one day in 1986, when or after which some of you were probably born, I come down the stairs and my mom has this thing. They actually used to have one at this store, but I guess they sold it. I told everybody, but I was so excited. A Commodore 64. Okay, this was high technology at the time. And everything you used to do with that thing was programming. You couldn't use a computer at that time without having to type print screen every time you wanted something to come up on the screen, which was ridiculous because you had all this like C full colon blah 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 every time you wanted to open a file, and then you put print screen and it comes up on the screen, but everything else was still on the screen. So I'm glad that programmers have found a way to, you know, make that kind of a better interface where everything doesn't come up on the screen all at once. It was all DOS screen back then, man, I'm telling you. So, and we called this thing a Macintosh computer, which you probably know as Macs today. So I guess that's how I originally got into programming, because I found out that by typing in certain key codes, you could actually make the computer play sound. So the first thing I ever did with a computer was teach it how to play Happy Birthday for my mom on her birthday, and it was amazing. I felt so special. And I still remember that. I remember that feeling of feeling like, this is amazing, this is awesome, I wonder what else I can do with this. So one day when I was 14 years old, somebody asked me to email them something that I'd written. I was working for the school paper at the time. I'm like, what's email? So I checked it out, and back then you didn't have, all the internet was dial-up first of all, and you didn't have email where, like, every computer was kind of its own server, so you didn't have these big servers and these companies that were running these huge websites. It was just you connecting with other people directly on the internet, and it was a fun time. There were a lot of hanging out and message boards and all this weird stuff, and playing D&D. And at that time, when I found out what email was, and then when I found out what Hotmail was, I was like, here are these programmers who are doing all of these amazing things with graphics and code that I've never heard of. So I ended up taking a course and learning how to program HTML, CSS style sheets, Java, and that sort of thing back then. So I guess I'm here to upgrade my skills, learn more about computers, which I love, and just be amazed by the different things that they're doing now, the different technologies they've come up with, and just the way that they've layered, sort of building upon the technology that's already there, until we have stuff that's so amazing. I mean, now I'm looking at Unity, I'm looking at Blender, I'm seeing all of the ways that they use polygons to make entire people, for crying out loud, on a movie screen. This is amazing. My name is Catherine, and this is CS50.